Hey girls, so I'm 37 years young and not at all new to the concept of not shaving. I've been through periods in my life where I haven't shaved anything, my arms, my legs, my face, my pubes, anything like that, and it felt good. But for some reason or another, I came back and started shaving, but not anymore. I am done, this is it, there's no more shaving, and it feels fucking awesome. It really, really does. So I'm gonna show you some of my fur close up. This is my armpits, okay? Let's have a close up of that. I actually feel so liberated and empowered from the simple act of not shaving. Because when you think about it, it's actually a big deal not to shave in this suppressive society. I'm no longer conforming to a sexist standard set by the media. I mean, like if I was born with this hair, why am I trying to constantly get rid of it? Now I have so much more time to do other things. I am saving so much money not buying shavers and shaving products or visiting salons. It is awesome. I finally dropped that brainwashing surrounding the need to shave and also that desire to impress random men and women. Like, who cares? I also enjoy looking like a woman and not like a child that hasn't hit puberty yet. So my battle with the fur started when I was about 11 years old and I was the only girl in the class with unshaven legs. My mum wouldn't let me shave my legs at this point. She didn't shave her legs, she didn't shave her armpits, she didn't understand why I wanted to shave mine. But, you know, I was getting bullied at that point and girls were like pointing and laughing, going, oh, like she has hair on her legs, which is so weird when you think about it because it's totally natural to have hair on our legs. But, you know, these girls were just doing what they were conditioned to do. And I felt really bad about it because all that was important to me was being accepted by those around me, being accepted into the group. So I would push mum, push and push and push for her to allow me to shave my legs. And within maybe a year or so, she did allow me to do it because I think essentially she didn't want me to get bullied. But she really, really wanted me to be old enough to make that like an informed decision, but we didn't get there. So I was about like 12 or so before I started shaving. So I started shaving and it didn't feel any different, but I was accepted by the other girls and by guys as well. So I kept it up because it was expected as females to shave. Throughout my dating life, I have experienced almost all men liking me to shave the hair down there and embrace a bald look, like a prepubescent 9-year-old rather than a grown woman. When you really stop and think about this desire, it's sick and it's worth discussing more. Men have also been conditioned by the media and porn to think it's desirable. And honestly, I simply don't give a fuck anymore. I'm done living my life to impress others, especially strangers. I don't miss the painful lumps, cuts, and bumps associated with shaving that region at all, or the expensive shavers, razors, waxes, or visits to overpriced salons. I feel so free. So sure, shaving does go back a long way, but so does a lot of oppressive behavior in humans that we of course don't want to continue today. Just because something has been done for thousands of years doesn't make it automatically right. Apparently, during the Stone Age, both men and women would shave their heads and faces so their opponents in battle wouldn't have the advantage of grabbing onto anything. It was also to reduce their chances of frostbite, so it was for functional reasons. In the ancient Roman Empire and Egypt, women, not men of course, were considered to be cleaner and upper class if they removed their body hair. I'm going to talk about this whole cleaner without body hair in my next video. Okay, so fast forward to the 1800s and King Camp Gillette. He wasn't actually king, but his name was King Camp Gillette. We all know that name, right? Gillette created a safe razor, but it wouldn't be marketed towards women until decades later. The pressure for women to really start shaving came in the 1900s. There was a product to be sold and money to be made, so it became fashionable to shave. So the first great anti-underarm hair campaign was launched in association with the creation of a female razor in 1915 by Gillette. This campaign suggested to women that now they had these razors available that they should use them on their armpit hair. Many ads followed pushing women to get rid of all pesky, undesirable hair from their bodies, especially the underarms. Don't be confused, girls. This was all to sell products and make money. That's where the pressure came from. This is where a lot of your desire to shave originated. Heavy conditioning over the course of 100 years. The underarms in particular got attention because sleeveless dresses were becoming increasingly popular by the 1920s. In an ad that appeared in Harper's Bazaar in 1915, completely bare underarms were a necessity. Just as it does today, fashion dictated what women were to do with their bodies. And girls, we have to fight against this. So in the 1950s, skirts got higher and more leg was being shown, so shaving became even more pushed, and also at this time, tweezing eyebrows became popular. Porn, fashion, and pop culture led to shaved pubes around the world. When I was young, it wasn't a thing at all to shave your pubes. But around 1987, when I was 7, the trend hit the market with a Brazilian wax. Then it was popularized by porn. So I've had 2 Brazilian waxes in my life, and they were some of the most painful experiences I've ever had. If that doesn't tell you it's the wrong thing to do, then I don't know what will. And it's actually very unhygienic, which I'll talk about in my next video. Everything on the human body is there and grows there for a reason. To be disgusted by it is only to be disgusted with yourself. And girls, we need to change that fucked up feeling. In the next video, I'm going to talk more about this and about having confidence to embrace all of your hair. Girls, if you do choose to embrace your natural body hair, then I applaud you for being a strong, fearless example for the women of the world. We need more women like you. The fact that you can embrace or are starting to embrace your authentic self is a true inspiration, and you will always have my support. Stay strong and remind yourself that you are a pioneer in this society and no longer a slave to the shaving industry or to other people's judgments, and that, my friend, is fucking powerful. Next video, I'm going to discuss this photo that I put up on Instagram and the reaction it got. Whew, wow.